this bullshit? I mean, it's like, I caught you. Yeah, what an asshole. Of course he's saying it all over the place, but you don't charge $5. Yeah, $2. Yeah, of course. No, nothing. You have nothing.
I wish I could tell you what it is. I just know it's in the box, and it's a box and a whole bunch of cords and some other stuff, and you can have it all.
Cool.
So look, I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you here tomorrow, and if it doesn't work, do you want me to give you my number so you can just call me and come over at your convenience?
Yeah, I'll do, exactly. I'll write, Alright, clear the tables. We got an impromptu session going right now. Just got a phone call from a lady. And that lady I met earlier today, but I didn't just meet her earlier today, I met her years ago. I made note of it, that basically she said that she had known somebody who works in the game industry, and mentioned places like EA, but I don't know if that's where the person works now. Anyways, that person supposedly had collected a bunch of game stuff, and I don't know if it's games, if it's memorabilia or whatever, but since I recognized the address, I went back to it today, gave a little friendly reminder that I'm interested in this stuff, gave my number again, and sure enough, not sure enough, because it's been like 4 years, I think, since I was last at this address, gave me a call back, said a friend came by with a bunch of stuff. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's Madden, like a bunch of sealed Maddens. I'll have to put on a face. It's free, so there's no complaining, but that would just be disappointing. Either way, stay tuned, and yeah, I'll cover it here. Look at that, here's another one. This one, he's expecting you to bid on this one. He, she, I don't know. He's got it in it. He's putting it on his, look at this slob, put it on his bed and all, with all his nocturnal feces farts. Disgusting. You know, how is it that everyone decides not to have a garage sale on those holiday weekends? It seems like there's some secret meeting they all attend. Charlie down the block, he's not having a sale, so I won't have a sale because that means less people come to my house. I don't know, it just seems like everybody, they come to this consensus. Either that or they actually have stuff to do. But I don't, so I go out to the sales. And yeah, so, prospects weren't looking high this weekend. Seeing all the ads posted online, but you start going to one and you see a sign that wasn't, for an address that wasn't advertised, and you just start to trip over that, and things build up. But yeah, it's funny how that is. And then the next weekend, everybody has a sale. The floodgates open. So, anyways, let's get to the sales. So first of all, this actually happened the previous week. It was on Sunday, so not the holiday weekend. And I mean, I've been having okay finds, but it left me wanting these past few weekends. And so I go online in the morning, Sunday, and at this point I'm just like, I'm hoping that there aren't any sales. I just want to relax. But there are 2 sales posted. One I already went to on Saturday. The second sale, it was like video games were the main attraction. PS2, Wii, Xbox, I think they said DS, and they showed pictures. I saw like PS2 stuff, like a racing wheel, and some games, and Xbox 360, some Wii stuff. So I was like, now it was already 11 something after I had done everything in the morning. I gotten ready. I went to bed late, so I wanted to just relax. That was my mind just saying, just relax. You don't want to go out today. But and so by the time I got out there, it was already noon, and I knew there was going to be nothing there. I was just like, there's nothing going to be at this sale. But went anyways, and was surprising that they actually had a ton of stuff there. It was like nobody had even gone, which was, it's funny because I'll bring out these things. You know, you can see some stuff in the clip there, but they had N64 stuff there, some Genesis stuff, and it was like I didn't even have to ask, but I still did anyways. If they had any other kinds of video game stuff, and they said, oh, we weren't even going to bring out this old stuff, but someone asked for it yesterday. I was like, yesterday? Where was that? I didn't see an ad, or I didn't see a sign yesterday. And, yeah, I wonder if that was a sleeper cell I woke up who had asked about N64 stuff. Either way, they still had a bunch of things. Maybe they didn't bring it out yesterday, but they brought it out today. So, and there was an apartment, so I mean, it was like, either way, you wouldn't have a garage sale in front of someone else's house. They were able to go inside and get stuff. So they didn't have so many really good N64 or any. Well, the point is they were nerds, so they were holding on to things that they wanted to keep. So we got Turok Dinosaur Hunter. We got Diddy Kong Racing. Surprising that this was there in the pile. I mean, mostly sports titles, racing games. Vigilante 8, which I might have overlooked, but I didn't have the mail for it. Tire Claw Radio has been critical failure. He's been talking about it recently, and I'm a Twisted Metal fan, and I think I played a demo of Vigilante 8 on the PS1 back in the day. I wasn't that impressed, but I figured, why not give it a try? He's talking it up. He's making me enthusiastic about it. I'm gonna give it a try. So, and the manual's there, so. And Top Gear Rally, which I rented back in the day, and I remember it's a rally game, but it's kind of arcadey too because there were shortcuts. So, but I think what really annoyed me, if I'm not mistaken, now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have picked up this game. It's one player only, which suits me fine considering my situation here. But I want the opportunity. If someone wants to play 2-player or whatever, 4-player, whatever it is on the N64, I can. So, Top Gear Rally. Favorite part of any racing game, the paint shop. Oh boy, this isn't as fun as I remembered. Oh god! Okay. Wheel almost flew off with that one. Oh god.
I don't have it. You must have it wherever your stuff is.
Do you know how much you'd want for any of the GBA stuff? Like it says $3 for DS.
Yeah, I mean, I can, whatever you...
Sure, you know what, I'll gather a bunch of things, because
Yeah.
I already saw some stuff I like. Like I have a PS3, some Game Boy games here, and they only wanted like $1 for each of these, which is surprising considering how some of these titles are amazing. Like X vs. Severn. Actually, I you know, everybody wants to make fun of this game, but I think this is like a Wolfenstein 3D-esque, Duke Nukem kind of 3D first-person shooter game. I don't know, I never played one of those on the GBA, so I'm really interested in seeing how bad this game is. Or at least maybe it was the movie, because I know there was a movie that was released around the same time, like Lucy Liu or something, and people didn't like that. You got WarioWare. Surprisingly, out of all the games I picked up here, you'd think some of them might be worth, anyways, we'll get to the other ones, but all the GBA games are the things that are worth the most money here, for $1 each. We got the original WarioWare. By the way, the WarioWare games, people, I mean, I played the first one and it was alright, but I mean, the prices of them are just skyrocketing. It's insane. Now, this is the game I actually was really happy to see there. Astro Boy. Come on! Treasure? Oh. Great game. Put it right out in the front. Buck. I don't even know if that's on camera. It's so. Yeah, Twisted. WarioWare Twisted. This thing, bulbs in there. And then we got Dragon Slayer. I'm just really curious to see how they pull this thing off on GVC. Grand Theft Auto, Chinatown Wars. Seen that game twice this year. Was surprising. Ninja Gaiden, Dragon Sword, Meteos, Disney Magic, and yeah, why not? You know. Not something you see every day. I did pick up a movie, Inception, because I love the duo of Nolan and Zimmer. Anything those guys work on together, it's gold. And the soundtracks are amazing. Soundtracks and visuals to movies like this and Interstellar. They're so entwined. You can just like. You know, I'm bringing up Interstellar now, but that whole scene in Interstellar where they're trying to dock the ship and there's that music in the background, it's just like building the right amount of tension, and it's like an orchestra slowly coming into tune and together, becoming in sync. It's just beautiful. So, Enslaved. Really excited to get try this one. I love Ninja Theory. Unfortunately, they're not going to be making any more PlayStation games because the recent purchase Microsoft made. They're only going to be making Xbox and PC games. Folklore, you had Dead Space 2 there, and this thing's brand new and sealed. I wasn't even going to pick it up at first. Although for some reason I don't know why I thought that, because I liked the first game, so. When I saw it sealed there, I was like, hey, I'm definitely going to pick it up. And Dante's Inferno, which I picked up sealed before as well. So, a couple years back, now I actually have reason to open it, or not open it. Before I was just keeping it sealed for no reason, because these games, they print millions of them. A loose disc of Punch Out on the Wii. So,
30?
yeah.
Round number?
Yeah. Oh yeah, as I was leaving they had these bunch of little free action figures in a bin. I don't know what this is too. It looks like a little tabletop RPG game figure of Venom. They had other DC or Marvel comic characters in there. Silver Surfer. But nonetheless, since he was free, I was like, why not? Why not? More junk to fill up my shelves. Is it surprising? I don't know. PS5 seems to be like the only one that people are selling boxes for, but here we go. We got a digital one for $115. And it's another low. Low. It's only he's got 13. I don't know. I don't see people with high feedback scores doing this. Because they're smarter than that. So now we're in our holiday weekend, and there was actually a sale I recognized. I recognized the address, and I've been there before. The lady said that she knew somebody who worked in the game industry.
Someone worked at some video game company. Yeah.
She might be able to hook me up with some free game stuff. So I figured, why not stop by there and give her a little reminder. And the last time I had seen her was probably like 3-4 years ago. But anyways, I show up and she didn't recognize me at first, but I started talking to her, and I'm on a bike, and she was like, oh yeah, now I remember you. And so she said, I'll take down your number. I think I may still have it. Maybe I'll give you a call. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because it plays into our story later on. Because I didn't feel like I was going to be finding anything. I started going up they're just down the wrong roads, the ones that lead to steep hills and crooked back roads. And I guess I was rewarded, but it was either way. Let's just get to what I found here. These guys, they were gamers. I mean, they had pro gaming gear there. Elite Xbox pads that were, you know, the ones that cost like $150. Nice LED monitors. But I'm interested in old stuff. Yeah, because I even, I mean, I've gotten into like some of the older ones, like, you know, the cartridge ones, like Game Boy and Sega, Nintendo, that kind of stuff.
I mean, we grew up with Xbox. Oh yeah.
Really? But I have an old Xbox as well. The
original one. We have those as well. So if you have things that are missing from that, like controllers or
sure, yeah, bring them out. Yeah. I mean, I'd be interested in looking at right away. I see this guy on top here. A nice high definition AV pack, which you know, at first I didn't know what the heck these things are for, but they make sense if you, I guess, if you're set up. It just made it easier to place your Xbox further away from the TV. These breakout boxes. But yeah, and I was like, hey, how much you want for any of your cables? Cables, not the specific one. I didn't think he would know what the price of this thing was worth, but he was like, oh yeah, they're only $1. So, you know, in terms of games, they didn't have much there that I was interested in at all. But I saw these guys, I figured I'd pick them up as a pair. Unfortunately, they were both empties. But I said, you know, they could be useful in the future. Could I just have them? He said, sure. So I picked up 4 of these jelly, you know, Jello Jiggler, kind of translucent green and blue S controllers. Partly because I brought an original Xbox home, and one of the sticks is kind of floaty or sticky. It's almost like the 5200 stick, where you have to always have your thumb on the stick so that it moves back to the center, doesn't cause you to drift in a certain direction. It's kind of maybe it needs a little oil or something, lubrication. But these were the empties. So this is 3, 6, 9, 12, and then that's 1. Would you take 10 for that?
Sure, that's totally fine.
Cool.
Sorry about that. Not a lot.
Because I mean, I saw like you had the Sega there, and I mean, I do play like, I know that's like a retro kind of thing. I do play the cartridges, like
cool.
Sega, Nintendo, and Game Boy.
We don't have, yeah, not a lot of that today.
Okay.
Come back in a couple of years. We'll probably be done with that stuff by then.
I mean, I don't know what systems you have, but I mean, like, I probably, if I have like DS, 3DS, Wii. If there are any games that you don't play as much or don't like as much.
We don't have a lot, actually.
Okay, that's right.
Sorry.
I figure I would ask just in case. I saw a sign that said sale. They didn't have any video game stuff, but they had like really cheap DVDs and Blu-rays. I think they were like 25 cents, 50 cents each. And I figured I'd pick up a few for my brother and for my sister's kids. I picked up Princess Bride here, which, you know, I think everybody should have, like the never-ending story. It's like, that's a good one, you know? That's a good one. Then I picked up, this is for them, Stardust. DuckTales, like the first 30 episodes, 27. Maybe this is like, maybe kids will look at this and they'll be like, what the heck is this, you know? I'm sure they use like Walkmans or something in here, technology that they won't even recognize. But who knows, you know? It's old, it's cartoons. I mean, come on, and adventure. DuckTales, they got a lot. And I you know, they might, not the kids, but maybe my sister and my brother-in-law. I thought maybe they'd like that. This cost me like $3, $4, something like that.
So you can have all of this stuff.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what it is. It's electronic. But the box under your feet there, right here?
Yeah.
That's what I thought you liked.
Okay, yeah.
Is that kind of the stuff you're looking for?
This is exactly the stuff I like.
Okay.
So. I did get a phone call from that lady I mentioned earlier today. And she, you know, I kind of confused what she was saying. I thought she knows a few people that might have had game stuff. One of them was some sort of auctioneer. I think this guy, he kind of sells storage lots, but but she said he's also some sort of auctioneer. Anyways, I go over to her place. I figured, why not? She said it was free. It looked like refuse, you know? It looked like the refuse this guy couldn't get rid of. You know, we have Sonic 2, a not-for-resale copy. We got Wheel of Fortune. We got a junky PS1, kind of rusted a bit, rattly. A black, regular PS1. Got some official Nintendo AV cables for the Super Nintendo, N64, and GameCube, and I actually was looking for a backup of these because I sold my last set in a system I was getting rid of. I just want to get rid of it quickly. Then I already had like an S-video cable, so it didn't matter. But just some random AV cords. A Super Nintendo adapter. I mean, come on, these things. And also, third-party power adapters suck. You can actually end up with really nasty audio and video problems because they don't provide consistent power. If you look up on forums, you'll see a bunch of people complaining about using third-party power adapters. So only use official power adapters with your retro system, especially retro systems. You don't want to screw things up. Jeez. We got AV cables and a power cable for PS2 because I also got fat PS2, which I didn't really want, but I looked at the back and it's a 39001. So it's a version 9 PS2, and these are the ones that pretty much play any type of disc you throw at. Minus Rs, plus Rs, RWs, whatever. It'll play it, and so it's really dirty, but maybe I clean it up and it'll work. I don't know. So saw that free. You know, think of it. This is all free. So it's not like I'm kind of deciding like, oh, should I give her money for it? It's not even I don't know. I guess it becomes kind of a hassle because it just takes up space. But I picked up some cables, our USB type cables, and an AV cord for the original Xbox, and power cable for N64. So these are all things that ended up being useful. I didn't want to leave it there. I felt like, I also felt like it would be disappointing because she said that she'd keep my number in case there are more things in the future, and having pulled through and taken pretty much everything she that was in the bin, I think that gives her an idea that I'm going to take whatever in the future, and she should give me a call no matter what. So maybe next time I actually get a call from her, there's going to be stuff from the game developer she knows. She said the guy worked at like EA and some other game studios throughout the years, so yeah, man, I was a little disappointed that it didn't pan out in terms of the guy from the game company had given her like promo items. I was like, oh man, could there be like, I was thinking like a giant Metal Gear Solid Snake statue or something, I don't know. Where are we? Days later, nobody's falling for it. Nobody's falling for your game, fool. At this point in my weekend, I just want to rest. Even after I come back from the sales, I like to bake on Saturdays. So I'd done that. I'd stayed up late the previous night, and it's just like I was go the whole weekend, and I wanted to relax a bit. But for some reason, I'm like, I need to go to the grocery store. And so that's what I did. I'm headed off to the grocery store. As it is, I'm talking to you about garage sales. I stumble across a garage sale. I feel like I'd been to this address too. But stop anyways. I see this Wii on the ground. And, I'm not that interested in the Wii. It's funny. Man, it hurts so much. They said they had, they sold a Sega earlier.
Yeah, the Sega sold earlier.
And I had to pick on the scab, and I said,
Was it like a Dreamcast?
I mean, normally I don't do this because I don't want to get disappointed, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it a Dreamcast?
It was a Sega Genesis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much did you want for the Wii?
I was hoping he would just say Dreamcast. Even though then Dreamcasts are nice and all, please just say it was a Dreamcast or a Game Gear. Game Gear. No, he said it was a Sega Genesis, and then I had to just tear it off. That scab just and let the blood flow. Did you have any games with it? Yeah, we had like Sonic, Mortal Kombat, Kid Chameleon. They couldn't remember all the any of the other stuff. And I was like, we had Kid Chameleon, maybe. There's some games I'm still looking for on the Genesis. So, man, that was so disappointing. Okay, shit's gotten serious. Now Goodwill's in on the action.
Ones with like the they're like newer controllers with like more advanced hardware in them. So.
Yeah,
$3. $5.
But it had everything else. It had, power cables, several types of power cables. It had like a wireless sensor bar. It had component cables. It had a regular sensor bar. It had remotes, and with the nunchucks, and so I'm like, how much you want for it? They said $10. So I'm like, I'm instantly out. I'm not buying this thing for $10. But I said, I'm not that interested. I kind of want the ones with like the newer tech in them. So I'm out of there. I'm headed out. I was like, I'll leave. I was a little hesitant, but I was leaving, and I was completely serious. I was not gonna buy this for $10. And so I turned my back and started heading away. The guy's like, no, I'll give you $5. And so I was like, even at this point, he's literally just shoving in my face, $5. This thing, your game's over here. This thing, $5? Are you kidding me? I make deals on this stuff all the time, but for some reason it struck me like this technology is $5. It's such a beautiful piece of hardware, especially when you hack it. And the guy, I was like, yeah, I'll take it for $5. Just Dance. We got Wii Sports, and then we got a Hudson game here, which makes me think that maybe it's like a sports kind of package. Makes me think that they thought this game would be successful because of. It's almost like shovelware, right? I don't know. It could be a really solid collection of games here. I'm not going to open it sealed. It's by Hudson. It's got to be like one of the last Hudson labeled products. It's so sad. I know they're making stuff internally with Konami, putting them on Japanese pachinko machines, pulling at the heartstrings, the nostalgic heartstrings of Japanese. Look up Hudson. The story of Hudson, the brothers who started that company. It's such a beautiful story. I'm sure it's on Wikipedia. Just like they have this train that goes through their building, and it was located in the Japanese countryside. It seems like such a quaint place to work, and the games they made, it was quality stuff. So, anyways, it ended up turning out to be a decent sized score from what I thought was going to be a lousy weekend because of holidays. But yeah, didn't pay much either. So yeah, I guess you got. Anyways, it's out there. Now go get it.